The core part of object oriented programming is identification of object or objects and writing blueprint class. That we have completed successfully. You must behave like an architect. You develop several blueprints and all that. Then actually different clients will come in future by seeing, suppose you have 20 types of blueprints and all that. Once a client comes and all that, you show that blueprint. One of them you may like with changes or without changes. So then one time blueprint is developed, on the same blueprint you can get several pieces. Am I right? So you are behaving like an architect. First your aptitude is totally in identifying object and developing blueprint. Always I am telling you, C norms are very much useful. Always you see in blueprint 4 sections should be there. Names may be different: declaration section, input section, process section, and output section, and static variables and all that. Depending on the context, nobody will force you. Nobody will force you. How you are applying your common sense in real life, in the same way, programming also you have to apply your common sense. Why you are not appointing security guards for each and every flat in an apartment? That is a matter of your common sense. That is common service is enough for you. Okay. Suppose in your college, for every classroom, why they are not organizing washrooms and a library? That is not required. A common service, a set of washrooms in a common place is enough. One library for the entire college is enough. So how you are thinking in the real life, in programming also, you have to behave like that. When you own the concept, you do that. With people who accustomed to by hearting and all that, they never do that. A programmer has to apply their own aptitude. Common sense is very core. So now our blueprint class is ready. Next implementation class, blueprint is ready. Now your client asked for one room. So one room object you create. Here this is the crucial statement. In the first program I have explained. Once again I am explaining, because here this part is called declaration of object reference. This part is called declaration of object. Thereafter we link up both. Once again I explain these, because this is the core and basic concept in core Java. In Java, then that's why you understand it thoroughly. First we are defining object reference. This is object reference. Object reference, of course you cannot call it as pointer, it is like C pointer. But here there are no pointers in Java. That's why don't use that word. And but it is like nothing but pointer only. In the same way, address you should not use in Java, but reference is nothing but like nothing but address. But just something you keep in mind, then it is supportive for your concept. So now because of this type is room. Its name is room 1. Where it is created, where we can give names, on stack memory only we can give names. So this is that. Already I told you, it is like a string of the kite. String of the kite is ready. So thereafter, second part of the statement, new room. So new room. Here only two parts I made. Now this is what you call a room type object. It has no name. Why it has no name? On heap memory there is no scope for giving names again. So its a type is room. It is a room object. Room object. Now this is the real thing. This is the real thing, and this is the object reference. This is meant for referring somebody. A thread is meant for tying up to a kite. So this is the kite part, paper part of the kite. This is the string. This is created on heap where we cannot give names and all that. That's why this mechanism you are using. and stack we can give a name. Without giving names and all that, we cannot access anything, we cannot address anybody in the real life also. So that's why name we are giving. Now because of this assignment, this reference, just reference means it is a new word, you understand, as address. That room object's address is assigned to this. Suppose somebody constructed a house for you and is handing over the keys to you. Until unless he hands over the key, he cannot use it. So now how you can bring it? Because of this assignment, it refers to this. This is the position. Now until this is assigned, these are two. This is one part, independently you declare. This is other part, independently if you want you can declare. But because of assignment, this position is created. And regarding new perform 3 jobs. It can get allocated necessary memory. How much memory you require? In this 2 instance variables are there. One is height is static, don't take into consideration. 2 instance variables are there, that into type. So 4 bytes, and this is for the length, this is for the breadth. So now new got allocated required amount of memory and heap for the object. That is the first job. Second one, it calls the constructor method. Of course you don't use the word method, but it is looking like a method only, na? Constructor. What constructor means in this case? It initializes it with the default values. Okay, what is the int's default value? In the previous program I explained 0 0. This status is created. And third one, what new does, it's a reference, it is assigned to reference object. 3 jobs, new perform 3 jobs, it gets the necessary memory allocated on the heap, number 1. Number 2, it calls the constructor method to initialize the object, means initialize the instance variables of the object, number 2. Number 3, it assigns the reference of the object, reference you understand, address to reference variable. Now kite, earlier string and paper part of the kite, now only one, kite is. Okay, now this always mentally, one picture is equal to 1000 words. If you register in your mind and all that, you never get a doubt. You can express it very easily. Otherwise in this concept you are confused a lot. You may know that, but you cannot translate into words and all that. That is the challenging task. This helps you. This kite example you always can use and all that. Then by that the interview board people learn from you, because these examples you cannot find any other book, because these are my brain children. How others can have? So that's why I am telling you. So this is a very crucial statement. Your room object is ready. Until creation you should have this knowledge. Thereafter how you are using other variables and all that, this also use. Okay, now this is over, object is created. Thereafter object should be initialized with whatever values we want to give. What values you want to give? You want to give 20 for length, 15 for breadth. Now R1 set data 20 15. Where this 20 15 goes? There in set data method you have given 2 parameters. One is length, second one is breadth. 20 is assigned to L and 15 is assigned to B. In turn, L is assigned to length, B is assigned to breadth. Then automatically instance variables are initialized. Okay, one more is there. That what we declared, height as static variable. Static variable means it is belong to class, not to the object. It belong to apartment, not to the flats, individual flats. So for security guard, who will pay? Apartment people will pay. And servant maid, who will pay? You have to pay, being a flat owner. So here now how to represent that? Room dot height. Here you see this is instance method. Instance method means object oriented method. Via object only we have to represent room 1 dot set data, flat 101, servant maid, Chitrapur apartment dot servant security guard, that is the thing. So here room class dot height. Now we have to initialize 10. Now length is 20 feet, breadth is 15 feet, height is 10. Total initialization is done. This you remember. Thereafter, thereafter, now we want to convert area in square feet into area into square meters. That task we take up. This is special task. Here, what we have to do? R1 dot calculate floor area. What it returns? Obviously, it returns floor area in SFT. It returns. Now you are storing it into floor area SFT. You are storing in that one variable we declared for that. In this you are storing. It returns, it stores here. Thereafter, thereafter, okay, that you keep it here. Then R1 print report. Print report is a instance method. Now certain data you have to print, length, breadth and height, and thereafter SFT, room area SFT also it prints. All 4 items it prints. Thereafter one more item we have to print. Now you see int floor area SMT, int floor area SFT. Now int floor area SMT you want. Now what you are doing? Room, actually convert SFT to SMT, you declare it as static method. That's why via room you have to call like static variable. Static variable how you call? Room dot height. Static method how you call? In the same manner, room dot convert SFT to SMT. What argument you have to give? You have to give by externally it is getting. So this one you have to give. This one we have to give that floor area SFT you have to give argument. Then where it goes? In a blueprint, one static method you declared and all that, and it is applied to the as a parameter for that and all that. There we defined a formula. It defines the floor area in SMT. Then it is stored here. It is stored here. Then we got floor area SMT also. Then what we have to do? Then additionally one more statement we have to print. Floor area SMT we have to print. Then it prints, and ultimately whatever output you require, everything you got. Now we see that is the blueprint class. Here just you are implementing within the main. So always you follow this strategy every time. This is generic. So many people, many students write main in a blueprint class. This is against the object oriented culture. So then a teacher also cannot explain it properly. So blueprint implementation. Already I told you, for a petty thing also, you develop a blueprint, and for just going for a hotel, for taking breakfast also, one blueprint is there. Got ready? Go to hotel, go to the counter, purchase the tokens, take tiffin, place order for tiffin, and take tiffin, come back home, and that is the way. That is the blueprint. First blueprint is there in your mind, and thereafter you implement what you have to do and all that. Always you know. In the same way, while we are doing a project, small or big, without blueprint, what you do? So first blueprint got ready, thereafter implementation you make. So this is the professional spirit, career oriented study and all that. This program, every bit you understand. Whatever doubts are there, don't worry. I am telling you, little abstraction. I never say you can understand 100% on the day one. If you really understand, you are really blessed. If you don't understand, don't worry. You may not have any doubt. One thing, you may have some abstraction. It is clarified. Gradually it is clarified. And one more thing I am telling you, study this program, watch this lecture. If you have any doubt or abstraction, one more time you watch, subsequently close this book. close this book and you write your code. First write. I am not telling you to type. First write your code. While writing only you could understand where you are missing, and thereafter type it and test it, execute it, test it, and where you are committing mistakes and all that, make a note of it. That mistake never be committed once again. And one more thing, your worst enemy is your random or selective study. Every time I have been observing students for a past a decade, they study randomly. If you study randomly and all that, how can you grasp this? Actually, in first program, certain elements I explained. In second program, some more elements, additional elements I explained. Third program, other elements I explained. If you directly come to the third program, what about the remaining elements? What I thought in first program and second program? Now you bury your inherent habits of college. Study everything from the scratch. First concept you understand, then proceed to second concept. One more thing is precise. Everything you want precise and all that. How can I make it precise? This much subject I have to explain. How can I make it precise? If I have to make it precise at the cost of the subject, I have to do that. If I cost of the subject, if I do that and all that, how can you grasp that? That's why if you want to become a programmer, you should have perseverance. Jackfruit, just like that, you cannot eat. You first know the technique of peeling it off and extract the aerials, then only you can enjoy the sweetness. Once you start enjoying the sweetness, nobody can stop you. You develop a passion towards programming and all that. That passion makes you a professional. Now, office you enjoy, at the same time, at home also you enjoy. So, once you are able to enjoy your programming and all that, your chances of climbing ladder is more and more. In office, majority time you spend in office in your life. So, there you are enjoying. Then automatically, obviously, you get good remuneration. At home also you can enjoy. And when you are tired and all that, you can enjoy your sleep, you can have good food, everything. The secret of enjoyment, the secret of success of any person is enjoying work. Enjoying work. When you can enjoy, if you have complete knowledge, and in any discipline, if you have complete knowledge and if you have a professionalism, and you can prove yourself, and you will be a good employee, and subsequently your chances of climbing ladder is more. Your esteem need is also, not only physical needs, your esteem need is also satisfied. Then all round you will be happy. That's why small secret. And here I am telling you, whether you trust me or not, just 20 hours earmark and work first. And if you feel my statement is correct and all that, go ahead in the same spirit for 2 months. 2 months, then you master core Java. And if you want one more month, you spend on OCJP, then you can get it. You can get it. Then you will be the right candidate for the industry. You can choose your employer. The great opportunity, just a matter of 2 to 3 months time. Whatever, I never say you do not know anything and all that. Whatever you learnt in the college, that is just some components, and as it is, as they are useless. So now you are composing them, all your knowledge you compose and make it complete. Then you can produce things. Then that what industry is expecting from you and all that. Obviously, you will become a right candidate, and you serve your boss. At the same time, you can have a very good, enjoyable living. That is the secret of the success and enjoyment in the life. All the best.